healthy way of moving around. So the city areas are very well connected to each other through these cycling paths. And not only in summer, many Viennese use the bicycle to move around. Actually, our local government, that is a social democratic Green Party coalition government, tries to offer us good alternatives to using the car, actually. And well, using the bicycle is one of them. Of course, public transport is another one. They introduced something really nice for people who live here in Vienna. You can buy an annual ticket for public transport that costs you just 365 euro. That sounds a lot first, but it means €1 per day. And you have 5 subway lines to use. You have bus and tram lines put together, hundreds of them. You have a nightline system and so on. So that's really a good alternative, a very convenient, and public transport is good, it's safe, it's quick, rather on time, so we can't complain about it. So left hand side, please have a quick look to your left while we are waiting here for the traffic light to switch to green. There is this modern glass tower here, the headquarters of an Austrian insurance agency actually. And what is special about this building is the fact that it gets illuminated. The entire glass facade becomes a light show going on when it gets dark. And they change the light show according to the season of the year. They always do something different. Just to give you an idea, the period around Christmas is especially nice because they have blue and white snowflakes then falling from top to bottom of the building. So this is a very nice modern eye catcher, so close to all the historical sites. Because now we will, let's say, focus all our energy on the imperial past and the Habsburg family. We are going to cross the Danube Canal, a side arm of the main river Danube that lies directly here ahead of us. We're going to cross a short bridge. Please have a look as we are on the bridge. Have a look down to your right and to your left. You see what this Danube Canal area looks like. It's mostly an area where to have fun. In the evenings there are restaurants and bars and music clubs, and you have this boat here to the right with the swimming pool attached to it. Well, now today no one's swimming in it, of course, but it's... Oh, there is a lady actually. No, I can't believe it. It's raining and she's swimming there. Great, good for her. So you have this cocktail bar on the sun deck. You have a restaurant inside, and then the refreshing swimming pool with the bluest part of Danube in it. All the blue Danube is to be found in that swimming pool. You know the true color of the Danube, don't you? So it's brown, beige, something. But nobody could ever call the walls of the brown Danube. So that would sound ridiculous. Yeah, and here we are on the Ring Road, the Habsburg Representation Boulevard. So many interesting sites. Let's start out with what you see left hand side. This used to be the Imperial War Ministry. Above the double-headed eagle, above the main entrance, and in front Field Marshal Radetzky is saying hello to us. Radetzky was immortalized, you may know that, by a piece of music, the famous Radetzky March. Everybody always has to clap hands and stomp the feet. Ba-da-dum, 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 bum-bum, ba-da-dum, and so on, yeah? So now I won't sing all of it, so that's then you jump out of the bus.
That's why you taught music.
So, yeah, Radetzky was a very good soldier inside Habsburg services for more than 50 years. Left-hand side here, University and Museum of Applied Art, so design. In this museum, for instance, here to the left, you wouldn't find paintings, you would find interior design objects, objects of daily use. Carpets, chairs, tables, silverware, glass, whatever. Like a little bit like a Victorian Albert Museum in London, for instance. And the best part of this collection, and I'm not the only one to think this, is the part of the collection that shows you objects that date back to the time around 1900. Around 1900 we had Viennese Art Nouveau style emerging here in Vienna. Gustav Klimt, this is a name you may have heard before, was the leading light of this art movement. He was a Viennese-born painter, and for a long period of his, actually 10 years of his professional career, he loved to use a lot of golden color in his paintings. That's what he's mostly famous for. And his Mona Lisa, we could say, here in Vienna. We keep her in one of our museums, is the kiss. So this embracing and kissing couple in front of a golden background, actually. Very, very beautiful and impressive. Right hand side, the square with the Viennese soldier, mayor's monument actually. The gentleman there is Dr. Karl Lueger, very ambivalent character in Vienna's history, an extraordinary mayor, very interesting reforms, modernizations around 1900, but at the same time quite successful thanks to his anti-Semitic politics. And imagine young Adolf Hitler lived for a couple of years here in Vienna when Lueger was mayor of this town, and Hitler described Lueger later in his autobiography as the greatest German mayor of all times, and that's of course the worst of all compliments you could ever get. So very much discussed character actually. People would think that the monument should be removed, for instance. Yeah. Then now, ladies and gentlemen, you see we are driving by left-hand side a park. Not the only one here on the ring road. We have 4 parks, 4 gardens here. This one is the biggest. Very nice landscape garden where you'll find lakes and ducks, and then of course as well a huge